Hey everybody, Jonathan here, and today we're going to be talking about pain in your wrist, shoulders, or lower back, specifically for the exercise called ab wheel. This is a core stabilization exercise, and it's performed on either 1 or 2 white springs. The standard spring load is going to be 1 white spring, which I'm going ahead and attach to the carriage to the platform. This exercise is where you place your knees on the carriage all the way forward, legs and feet together, and we place the hands under our shoulders with our fingers facing forward, or hold the sides of the platform with our thumbs on top and 4 fingers wrapped around the edge. In this position, we use our knees to push the carriage back to lower our hips. You'll see that my hips here lower down as the knees push or open the carriage. You'll see that in the starting position that there's the shoulder, hips, and knees that are in this diagonal line. We push the carriage back with our hands. We pull the carriage in with our hands. And as we go back and forward, the shoulders move away from the hands and the shoulders move above the hands. Now let's talk about why people may have wrist, shoulder, or lower back pain. When the exercise is performed on 1 white spring, it's lighter to push the carriage away and it doesn't come in as fast, meaning that the carriage is very slippery and wobbly. This means that if someone was doing this ab wheel and pushing back and pulling forward, if they went a little too far, they couldn't really pull in anymore. So what are they going to do? They're going to overcompensate with their lower back. They're going to overcompensate with their wrist, pulling or pushing down in the wrong way, or overcompensating using their shoulders. So to modify, you have 2 options. We can add a second white spring, which will cause the carriage to be heavier to push away, but pull the carriage back in faster. And what this means is that because there's 2 springs attached to the front platform, the carriage is less wobbly or slippery and more stable. So now, if someone were to go a little bit too far, the extra white spring is going to help them pull the carriage in a lot faster and prevent them from overcompensating through the wrist, the shoulders, or the lower back. Now, if we wanted to stay on 1 white spring or stay on 2 white springs, a different body position to modify would be to keep the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders like so. And by keeping the knee under the hip the entire time and still performing the upper body portion, pushing back from the hands and pulling in from the hands, as the shoulders go back behind the hands and the shoulders go above the hands, this is going to help with lower back pain, possibly help with wrist and shoulder pain. Because when you're in this tabletop position, you don't have to worry about so much weight dumping into the lower back. If we were to push the carriage back and lower the hips, this may lead to someone arching their back like so, especially on the way out if they go too far. This is putting a lot of pressure, a lot of weight into the lower back, which may and can cause a lot of issues. So I need you as instructors and as clients or members to train your eye. From the shoulder down to the knees, you can see everything is in a diagonal line. This looks like a modified push-up, because if I were to go up onto my hands and toes, this would be a regular push-up, and down to the knees, shins, and shoelaces, everything is modified. You need to train your eye to see when someone's arching their back like this, or lowering the hips as they push back, and then arching so much, causing so much back pain. There have been times when I see instructors teach an exercise, walk around the room, and for some reason, I think it's because they don't know what bad form looks like. So it's really important to train your eye to see what bad form looks like and also how to correct it. So save this video, bring it to class, come early, get your favorite machine, and watch this video and try the ab wheel on 1 white spring and on 2 white springs, and focus on how your wrist, shoulder, or lower back feels. This even applies to instructors. We need to understand how other people may feel in an exercise because everybody's body and ability is different, not only because we're all different types of people, but also because every day is not the same. We may have tweaked our back, not gotten enough sleep, had so much stress. We need to put ourselves in another person's shoe to be able to teach better. It's not just about walking around the room and instructing people how to perform an exercise. It's about what not to do, where you should feel it, where you shouldn't feel it, and most importantly, how to modify and even intensify. For everybody watching, you need to understand that a modification is not because you cannot perform something. It's also to be supportive on your wrist, your joints, your shoulders, your lower back. Every day is not the same. I even have to modify. I know other instructors that modify, and it's okay. Every day is different, and we're allowed to modify any exercise. Now, here's a bonus. Another way to modify, whether you're in this modified position or in the regular position, is to shorten your range of motion. You don't need to go all the way back. Less is more. Form over everything. I'd rather have you take a shorter range of motion and go so slow that I can't even tell that you're moving. This is going to be beneficial for your heart rate, for your endurance, and while also keeping your wrists, shoulders, and lower back and whatever pain you may be feeling from happening. So to recap, there are 3 ways to modify in this ab wheel. 1, add a second spring so that the carriage is less wobbly and slippery and more supportive. 2, hands and knees under the shoulders and under the hips, and all we do is we hinge from the shoulders. And the 3rd way to modify is just to shorten your range of motion and focus on going slower. You will get stronger. This is Jonathan. Thank you so much for your time. Please like, follow, share. It's going to help the algorithm. It's going to help push my content to others and help other instructors understand how to keep their community safe. I'll see y'all next time.